All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to another great session with the presidential candidate of the fictional Common Sense People's Party. Now, the judiciary, they say, is the last hope of the common man. And because of this, the judiciary everywhere in the world is endowed with so much power. But here in Nigeria, the judiciary has decided to abuse that power. The same power that was given to them to protect the masses is now being used to enthrone governors and presidents who will torment the masses. The Presidential Election Petition Tribunal came and the judges turned the constitution upside down. The Supreme Court upheld their judgment against the wishes of the people, and by so doing, they threw a whole nation into mourning. The people of Kano voted NNPP, and the Governorship Tribunal turned the victory and gave it to APC against the wishes of the people. The same thing in Plateau, in places like Nasarawa and so many other places. Now, when judges commit these atrocities, they are rewarded with huge sums and a promise to promote them to become Supreme Court judges. But the people are watching. And in recent times, we have seen protest after protest and a revolution is looming. But karma is also not sleeping. We are beginning to see calamities befall some of these judges. About a month and a half ago, one of them came down with stroke. And just a few hours ago, another judge dropped dead. And all the other corrupt judges are terrified now. One after the other, retribution is beginning to knock on their doors. Before I show you how the papers reported that update, let me quickly show you this new development that shows that Nigeria has now become a problem to the entire world. The rate at which Nigerians are running out of Nigeria to other countries prompted the UK to make their immigration laws tougher. The US followed suit 2 weeks later, and now Canada has joined. Canada has come up with immigration policy that will make it almost impossible for young Nigerians to relocate to Canada. And this has left them very devastated. Look at how the papers reported it. Canada announces new visa requirements, raises proof of funds from $10,000 to $20,000. Canadian authorities have announced that cost of living financial requirements for study permit applicants for international students will increase from $10,000 to $20,000 starting from January 1st, 2024. Mark Miller, Canadian Minister of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship, made this announcement in a statement on Thursday. Starting January 1st, 2024, the cost of living financial requirement for study permit applicants will be raised so that international students are financially prepared for life in Canada. For 2024, a single applicant will need to show they have $20,635, representing 75% of LICO, in addition to their first year of tuition and travel costs. This change will apply to new study permit applications received on or after January 1st, 2024, the statement read in part. For close to 2 decades, study permit applicants for international students have remained $10,000. This review, which takes effect from January 1st, will help prevent student vulnerability and exploitation, the statement added. This comes days after the United Kingdom introduced a new set of rules that will make it more difficult for Nigerians and others to obtain a visa. You heard that. For up to 2 decades, it was $10,000. But after about 9 years of APC, they doubled it. It is now $20,000 to prevent Nigerians from rushing into their country. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Look at some of the tweet reactions. This tweet by Michael Oyewole says, Nigerians should start considering going to Afghanistan or Iran. Oh, this tweet here says, if Nigeria with all our resources was and is well managed, we should not be bothered of thinking of jackpine. I hardly hear Canadians or Americans come over to the UK because their countries are doing well. This is the result of very, very bad, useless leadership. That is it. And this tweet by Dami says, I said it here on Twitter a few days ago that Canada will join UK style. Many think I don't know what I'm saying, but they forget and fail to understand how these nations play their games. People should expect more nations to join this change. That is it. Everybody does not want Nigerians anymore. And this tweet says, now to sit home and fix your own country remain now. That is what they are saying. Sit down and fix your country. This tweet by Ita says, they are watching and observing our government. They are now fully aware that millions of Nigerians are ready to leave because you don't read. That is it, oh. But they are saying no. If Nigerians will not come out and take their country back, don't come and destroy our own. Now, let us take the update on the appeal court judge who died as he was about to be promoted to the Supreme Court. Look at how the papers reported it. Appeal court judge accused of taking bribes to uphold Dapo Abiodun's election, SLUMPS, dies during promotion to Supreme Court. A federal appellate judge has died as processes for his elevation to the Supreme Court commenced. Judiciary sources told People's Gazette Justice Joseph Shagbo Ikiek passed on Wednesday evening in his hometown of Makurdi. He was 65. Mr. Ikiek was the president of the Port Harcourt division until he suddenly slumped before his family members and was promptly pronounced dead, sources said. A spokesman for the National Judicial Council did not immediately return a request seeking comments about the development on Thursday afternoon. His death came weeks after political opposition in Ogun accused him of taking cash bribes to uphold the controversial re-election of Governor Dapo Abiodun, who already has a notoriety for corruption and abuse of power. Mr. Ikiek led the panel that upheld a lower tribunal decision, which was hinged largely on a technical claim that the opposition People Democratic Party described as purported the initial certification of Mr. Abiodun by Electoral Office INEC. He was joined by another judge on the three-member panel. The last judge, Jane Esenawa Inyang, dissented in the matter, saying there was no justification for upholding Mr. Abiodun as governor. The matter was promptly appealed to the Supreme Court by Ladi Adebutu, Mr. Abiodun's main challenger in March 18 governorship poll. Judiciary watchdog said the ruling was among the most controversial of election petition verdicts so far this season. Mr. Abiodun denied all allegations of judiciary interference, and family and friends described Mr. Ikiek as a thoroughbred jurist who lived his life delivering justice to the Nigerian people. An NJC official confirmed an outstanding petition but declined further comments on the matter. Born in 1958, Mr. Ikiek was on the list of judges due for elevation as Associate Justices of the Supreme Court. An exercise kicked off days ago and was expected to be completed before December 31st, 2023. Now, where is he today? You turn justice upside down because you want them to promote you to Supreme Court. This is where everything ends. The ultimate end has come. And this is just the beginning. All those people who turn the constitution upside down, hurt Nigerians so that they can collect money in order that they can be promoted to the Supreme Court. This fate is going to befall all of them. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Look at some of the tweet reactions. This tweet says, Nigeria's Supreme Court will reverse his death. Oh, let them do that. Make we see now. This tweet here say, now so all of them go, they go one by one. It never start. And Will here says, the power of the Supreme and Appeal Court justices cannot save them from the judgment of the Supreme God. Another one down, more to go. Yes, that is it. And this tweet here say, person die instead of RIP. Rather, people are rejoicing. This goes to show how disgusted the people are with the judiciary. They need to see this and wonder. That is if they get sense. Olamilekon here says, now so all of them go they pie one by one. And Olori Buruku Oshi. And this tweet by Runaya says, his name is Joseph Shagbo Ikiek, and he was a complete disgrace. Karma finally caught up with him. This tweet by Engineer Shaibu says, the people rejoice when the corrupt and the dishonest dies. Justice Ikiek's family should be going through the most embarrassing and at the same time emotional moments of their lives right now for losing a family member and seeing people rejoicing instead of mourning with them. Oh, and Pied here says, the judge will be judged. Interestingly, no one can influence the Almighty God with inducement of any kind to sway justice in favor of anyone. We are judged by how we live without bias or prejudice. He will get what he deserves. That is it. And this tweet here says, what shall it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his soul? Today, don't turn preaching. All the judges, all the judiciary officers, we turn constitution to nonsense, to hurt Nigerians, will definitely meet with karma. And this tweet by TC says, what a shameful life you must have lived for people to be celebrating your death. That is what these men don't understand. They don't understand that there is life after death. They don't understand that legacies are important. What a shame. And this guy here says, this is just a prelude. The evil that men do awaits them. The tears of hapless and downtrodden Nigerians will never be in vain. Oh, this one too much. Anyway, make I leave am here. Make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una. Now I dey here. So, don't go away. Don't go.